Welcome back to Ball Hour, guys. Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing. Thanks for the feedback for the last one with who was it? Cookie and MK. That was a good one. Obviously, they were here talking about them being kings of the north and winning the Ball Hour game. It's only right that we get some of the guys that are playing on the other team today. So who have we got here today?
I'll go first. James Comley.
Coms, thank you. And who else?
Adrian Clifton, aka Big Cliff.
Nah, Slim Cliff.
Slim Cliff. 3 seasons over, Slim Cliff.
Right, hey, for those of you that don't know Cliff was a bit of he was round, didn't it? He was round that pound. But I don't know.
We're getting at him at the game.
I don't know what's going on. He's come in here, he's just pre-season. How long have you been back though? But you were doing bits before.
No, so I think I started 2 weeks before. Like I actually went back, so I think I'm like 5 weeks deep now. Maybe even more than that. Maybe like 6 weeks. Yeah, but when you're big, you actually
to be fair, you were.
No, I was heavy, bro. I was heavy.
No, I remember your celebration. So
yeah, exactly. I had to get a belly out, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Give the fans what they want.
Yeah, exactly. I heard them hammering me on the side. I can't run in that.
Yeah, they was giving you a good bit.
So yeah, what teams you guys at this season?
I'm at Bromley FC.
Little transfer, you moved. I'm still at Maidenhead where Cliff was before.
Yeah. Was teammates last year.
How you finding Bromley so far?
Yeah, it's good, man. Well run club, well kept, enjoying it. Got a good bunch of boys there as well. Actually, Mark didn't play, but he was meant to be on the South team, but for some reason he wasn't. Because he's got chocolate ankles, so he couldn't play. But yeah, it's good, man. Enjoying it.
You guys just opened up the new stand yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah. Glen Beverley stand.
Yeah. What's the capacity now of the?
I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure the capacity of the stand. They just opened it yesterday, marked it with a win. It's a shame it wasn't me who scored the winner, but one of my teammates did, and that is Joe Kizzy. It was also at the game. That was also at the game. So yeah, Team North is eating. You know what I'm saying?
Doing bits in South, yeah.
Doing bits in South.
Exactly.
Next year, if the game is in South, you're not up for that, are you? Comes the All-Star game.
Maybe it depends on the date, innit? Obviously, the date's in summer, but it depends.
Okay, because I remember after there were talks that you didn't want it to be in the. Or is that after?
It's a long journey. I don't like that. So I can't be asked.
Now, on the road, how did you not find that game though?
No, it was good.
It was good.
It was a really well-run game. All the build-up before it was enjoyable to be a part of it.
Yeah. Did you find it competitive at all?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Obviously, the jokes leading up to it, all the banter, whatever. But I think everyone knew that when you stepped on the pitch, it was a game that you didn't want to lose. Obviously, unfortunately, we lost, but. Yeah, it was a good game. After you scored your goal,
I thought that was it. I thought that was the winner. I thought
it should have been.
It should have been the winner. Should have been it. But like I said, if I talk, I'll be in trouble.
No, both times it should have been it. 1-0 up. The game was dead. We was in control. Conceded a dead own goal. Went 2-1 up, and. It's just like, yeah, go on, you have some goals, we're just giving them goals.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the finish for the second and the finish for the third was sublime, but from our point of view, we was in control of the game, we should have done better.
I was saying when we had Cookie and MK on that, after you scored, I couldn't see South getting back into it at all. Like, you just controlled it.
Same, that's what I mean.
For me, what happened was like, like a typical football game with someone, they win, but they didn't deserve to win. But you say that because the 2 goals that were scored were very good goals, well taken. But the Cookies one shouldn't have the opportunity. You get what I'm saying? But and Zavon Hines, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is he even doing in that team?
Zavon?
Yeah, what is he doing in that team? That's a ringer.
Why? How's he a ringer?
That's a ringer. No, that's a ringer. I'm not having that.
Where does that one finish?
I'm not having that. That's a ringer.
Don't belong in non-league, no.
He don't belong in non-league, bro. He don't belong in. Well, he started. Well, he had a
no.
Premier League, mate.
He finished in non-league though. And
Chesterfield got relegated the year before, so he just.
And he only retired. He only retired. Literally.
Zavon Hines did not belong in that game.
Mate, he belonged there.
He come on for a little cameo and he done his cameo thing. Yeah.
Do you know what's mad? He was having a bit of a mare before that though.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He just come on. He was on for what? 10 minutes ago. How can he have a mare?
But the moment he took that touch, boom, go.
Yeah, the moment that mattered, didn't it?
Can we speak about something though? Because like obviously Chinese whispers, you start hearing things after the game, what went on behind closed doors and all that. So what I'm hearing is that the original South team that was picked.
Oh, they was getting all kinds of players.
That was picked wasn't the team that turned up. So
it was.
No, I heard it was a collective. It was a collective of, oh no, let's get my man, rather than. Because I thought it was like, obviously it's north and west versus south and east, but I thought it was more or less like mandem that who know each other, that sort of thing. I know everyone knows each other, but I'm talking about like directly know each other, like. And the South team turned up. The South team that turned up, I was like, oh my God. These man, you went and got.
Listen,
for this position, the best one in South for this position, the best one in South for this position.
But ain't that what was it? That's on you guys. That's on the north. That's on the north.
So you blaming Raleigh and Ricky?
I'm blaming Raleigh, Ricky, Olu.
We had a DJ.
Listen, I've been told by.
We had a DJ in our team.
Why do you keep saying this, man?
No, but we had a DJ in our team.
But he plays.
No disrespect to him. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you got that man bringing in man with bare league apps, and man that like Zavon Hines have played in the Prem. So I thought it was more of a.
So why didn't you guys?
I had no creative control. Is that the right word? Of the team. I know that, but what I'm saying is, man, as far as I was brought along, innit?
I was told when they saw the North team list, they was like, "Nah, we need to start making amends. We need to change.
We got pumped. I'm looking forward to next year as well. Put it that way.
Well, you best hope you make the cut, mate.
No, I'm going to make that. Listen, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make that cut. Yeah? You're going to with Skinny Cliff.
Real Slim Cliff.
Alright, cool. But Maidenhead. So what league do you lot play in? For those that don't know?
Conference. So same as Bromley. Conference. I think Cliff come the year we got promoted, which was about 2-3 seasons ago now.
And that's full time as well.
Pretty much. We train 2 mornings, Monday, Tuesday morning, and then we train Thursday evening. So it's a team progressing.
Yeah.
So we're doing all right.
Okay. And how do you not think you're going to do this season?
I'd say
you must surely be favourites.
Well, you better come.
I don't know about. I don't know who sets that. Is it who says who's the favourites? I'd say we're quietly confident. I think we've got a good squad. We've got a good balance of squad, but like we've made a lot of signings, a lot of new players, and we've got good individuals.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's can we become a team? Yeah. And I do feel like we can, but you know when the season starts, don't you?
Yeah.
Pre-season's pre-season.
Yeah,
like we're ticking over nicely. We've had some good tough games, and we ain't lost yet, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you don't know until the season starts. But yeah, we're quietly confident. I think the fixtures come out. Our first 10 fixtures, we would feel like they're winnable games, which we should feel really. But yeah, we just get first 10 games out of the way and see where we are. I think first 10 games in the season, you sort of can get to know where you're going to end up.
Yeah, it's all good saying.
But with the signings you guys made, surely you must, because you lot made some good signings. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how you got in there, but some real good signings.
Can we just let everyone know that this is the manager of Team South? He's the manager of Team South. That's why he's just taking shots.
Free flowing shots right now.
But yeah, so but surely with the signings you guys make, you lot did it early. Are you not like settled now?
Yeah, I think like the gaffer said, there could be faces coming in, or they might not be. Like they're still looking, but they're not desperate. It's happy with the business they've done in the transfer market, and like you said, we got a lot of things done early, and we got a good balance. But in terms of if they're bringing people in, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm just concentrating on holding down my spot.
Yeah.
And making sure I get in the team. You know what I mean?
What's your favourite position?
I'm a striker. Yeah, target man now.
I thought you were like number 10.
I do like to drop short for the ball, but I wouldn't say I'm a 10. I'm more of a target
striker
man.
because you have to do less running back.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there's no such thing as a 10 no more, man.
What?
They don't exist no more, bro.
In non-league, anyway.
No, wait, what? Tell me what team plays a 10 in
What?
the Premier League. Who plays a 10?
Arsenal.
Who?
Ozil.
He hardly plays. Why does he hardly play? Because that position is not available no more. Teams don't want to play like that. That's why I don't get no
a 10,
games.
isn't it? Well, he's not a winger.
Bro, he's not a 10. Trust me, there's the 10 is going out of the game. It's going
The
out
best
of
one
the
that
game.
you could come with is probably David Silva. It's probably
It's gone 4-3-3 now. So all formations are 4-3-3 now. Like most of the top sides are playing 4-3-3.
Hazard's a 10.
He plays on the wing.
the winger.
He plays on the wing.
Nah, man.
Sometimes they put him in there.
The
but
old
I'm
school
saying,
10 is a 10 that doesn't
The old
actually
school
do
10
anything defensively. There's
yeah,
not really
he's
one
just
of them about
luxury,
him.
like Ozil. But that's why he doesn't get in the team because
Because he wants to be the luxury.
there's no space for luxury. How Emery wants to play, which I totally disagree with because I think Ozil's got to play. Like you accommodate players like Ozil.
Yeah. You support Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. Yeah,
You just support.
I support Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who are you, Man United or something? Innit?
Nah, I'm Arsenal, innit? But, I can't really
Liverpool,
say
I like
anything to anyone.
No, we like Liverpool, man. We like Liverpool.
Nah,
None of that
I don't
United
like
or
Liverpool
Spurs.
fans.
No?
I don't like Liverpool fans because for years they were just talking 29 years since they won this. Like, it's always their history. Now they've got something to talk about in the present.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear about it. I mean, you're not going to start hearing about it again.
Everyone has their time, man.
Everyone has their time, and to be fair, I'm good with Liverpool doing their bit while we're not. I'd rather that than United
Or Tottenham.
or even Chelsea. Well, like Chelsea's like one of them clubs. They don't really count, do they?
You know
They don't really count.
No matter what they do, like
It don't
in
matter what
Champions
they
League,
do.
it's like,
It's like no one really cares. Like
nah,
in Chelsea,
yeah.
Chelsea will go win the league, then finish like 16th in the league.
Yeah.
They just do like
Yeah,
they have a good year,
weird
then
club,
a dead
weird
year.
club,
It's
yeah,
like,
weird
yeah.
club, weird club.
Maidenhead.
Yeah.
What's your objectives for the season?
Objective for the season?
Okay, no. What's your personal objective for the season first?
My personal objective, realistically, would probably have to be I need to start chipping in with goals. Last year I got double figure assists, do my defensive work, but
Can I just say as well? Yeah, sorry to cut you
Go on.
off. When did we start counting assists in non-league?
What you?
When did that become a thing?
Hey, it's
when did that
football,
become a
man.
thing?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's on the stats, man.
It's on the stats. Hey, but
Are you
hold on.
keeping your own stats though?
You have to, innit? No,
I've never ever like counted assists. I never knew assists.
you count assists.
No.
I've never ever thought
an
counting assists
assist
in
is
on the
as
non-league.
good as a goal. No,
No. I know that.
yeah.
Outside of other people.
So if you didn't know how many assists you got,
Mm.
could you go somewhere and find out?
You can.
Probably.
I don't know how accurate it is.
I think the conference has like stats.
Yeah, the conference
statistics on
has
each
it.
player. In fact, yeah, the conference does it.
The conference does have it.
It has a leaderboard for assists.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, to be fair, as long as you know what you're doing, that's all that matters. So go on.
But yeah, for myself, my goal would probably have to be I need to chip in my goals. Realistically, you need to score some goals from midfield. So
How many goals did you get last year?
none.
You should have asked him how many shots did he take. He could have answered that.
What's your
Still probably
position?
Not enough. I played like centre midfield, deep lining.
Okay. How many shots did you take last year?
Probably about 20 maybe over a season.
Why is that? You just get nosebleed, or you just don't get in those positions?
One, I don't get in them positions enough, and two, I like to chop too much. So
Nah, he does get in
Yeah.
them positions, but what he lacks is he likes to chop people.
Mm.
So when he can shoot, you chop
it
someone.
looks good though.
Yeah, it does, to be fair. So he chop them again, then chop them again. But instead of like shooting, I think this guy takes pleasure out of setting a goal up rather than scoring one.
Yeah, I do.
But then, as a striker,
I scored all my goals from Combs last year.
I was about to say, as a striker, you must love it because you know
He
he's
got
going to
double
do
figure
it.
assists because he assisted all my goals.
How many did you get last
Yeah,
year?
I got 15.
Okay.
He probably assisted like 11 of them,
Oh, really?
which is a high number.
yeah,
No,
the link up was mad. Club and country, innit?
Club and country, yeah. You know
I
what I mean?
was going to get onto the country, but before I get onto there,
Yeah,
he's obviously left Maidenhead.
yeah.
Why did you decide to leave Maidenhead?
Just it's just another opportunity, I guess. Like, everything has its time,
Yeah.
and I guess it was my time to leave and try a new venture, new club, new ambitions, just new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I was working last year with Maidenhead, so it was a chance to go full time again, which I ain't done for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I left my job that I was working, which was a gas engineer, and now I've gone full time with Bromley. So that was another reason. Because I made and I was doing three days, and Bromley are doing 4. And I'm the type of person, I'm lazy, so if you leave me to my own devices, I'm probably not going to do it, you know what I'm saying? Which isn't good.
To be fair, it's that little step up in giving yourself the best opportunity to push yourself. Like you're training that extra day or two, plus you're training in the mornings, you get it done.
Yeah.
Comes to an evening game on a Tuesday, you haven't got to worry about work or whatever. So
all of that.
It does make sense. Like if you're going to be full time or part time.
Yeah, people don't appreciate the non-league struggle for players like working and playing football. So like all the ones that work now are the ones that are either got to a stage where they feel like they're not gonna go pro and they need to start working, or someone schooled them from young and made them get a job anyway and they're doing ball. But anyone that works on balls, their main focus is their football. Yeah. Like up to a certain age. And like, but playing football and working is not easy.
Or
like,
even up to a certain level, I'd say, because you've got people that are like in a job, they've worked up their way up and they're like, if I leave this job to do ball, I've got to start my job from the start again.
And then you've got to think about those ones where
it's
a long, hard day's work, you get them far away games.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing.
We had it 2 years ago when we done like Torquay, for instance. We done half day at work, Torquay, got back at 2-3 in the morning. That was to Maidenhead, then an hour drive home. And you still got. And then you got work in the next day if you haven't booked it off. So.
He was in the gym. So what time could you open?
I was opening the gym at 6 sometimes.
I'd have to start work at 8 and like drop my son to nursery. Yeah. Before that, like then get to work. Like it was a madness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're all trying to slip home, like to go sleep. You
and
know
then
what I mean?
And people like you can't just say to that fans and think, I'm working when you're playing. Like if it affects your performance, you can't tell her. I'd be like,
they don't understand that.
People don't see it. There's so many factors that it could be. It could be just as far journeys, coming from work, what work you do. You might be working where you got to be on your feet the whole day, and then you come to a game in the evening. It's like it's hard. It can be hard.
But you still love it though.
Of course, 100%, the love of the game is what keeps people there.
Keeps you going, like because. Like I said, it is hard. You're working a full-time job, you're getting up at, I don't know what time you get up, 6:30. Yeah. Get ready, go to work, finish work at 4. Certain times you're not even fit. Like I was finishing work at 7:30 last year, leaving early to go football. Yeah. And then go football, you're getting home at 11 o'clock. Like, I've been up since 6:30. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I got to get up again and go and have a long day at work and then go again the next day. Like it was difficult. It was difficult.
So you don't miss work at all?
I don't miss work. No, I don't. But like I respect the hustle, innit? The hustle is mad. Like I want people to appreciate. Yeah. And like when you got friends that are trying to do their ball thing and they're trying to work, they're trying to juggle all this. Like support them, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people fast to say, "Oh, this ain't gonna work for you," or "Oh, you should do this," and da da da. Like man's concentrating on his dreams. And trying to juggle a lot of things, you know what I mean?
You've got to make ends meet, innit? So,
was it a no-brainer to stay at Maidenhead for this coming season, or was it a thing where you didn't know what was going on at the end of the season? Manager had to come and talk to you.
No, I think the talks before the end of the season was that we was going to try and step it up a level. We was going to start training a couple of mornings. We've got new training facilities, which are ledge. Training at Bishop Abbey, which is like the old training ground for where England were before St George's. So the facilities are really good, can't complain with that. So we're training on better facilities, training a couple of mornings. So we have stepped it up a little bit now. So with that in mind, and in terms of playing in a conference, I'm enjoying the conference. You know, you can never say never. Obviously, if someone comes in with an offer and sweeps you off your feet, and it makes sense.
Was your phone ringing during the summer?
Yeah, I had a couple phone calls. Yeah.
Was it nothing to make you?
There's a couple of things that made me think, but when I weighed up all the options, it was pretty much a no-brainer to stay at Maidenhead.
I heard because Maiden had offered like double your wages or something.
I wish.
I heard the same thing too, man.
All right.
I heard Bromley gave you the rule.
Nothing like big cobs. When I talk about money, he's the big cobs.
What an idiot.
Right, I heard when they came up after you, Cliff, you didn't even hand in your notice, man. You just they
Nah,
probably still think you weren't there, mate.
He was gone.
yeah, I was gone still. I was gone. But like you said, innit, you just like when opportunity presents itself, if it's the right one for you, you take it, and it was the right one for me at this time. So
Yeah. So you guys obviously you played well over the last couple of years, which led to like your international call-ups. So did you not know much about each other before the call-up? Had you played with each other before, or?
no, so we've played against each other,
Played against each other.
but we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
But
Got family ties.
we got family ties because he lives with my cousin. So when we actually played against each other, my cousin was then like, "Oh yeah, my boy that I live with, like you're playing against us there. I'm come to watch."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh okay," but even then he still didn't tell me who it was.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so get to the game, we play each other. I still didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And then after, I'm like, so like, who was your boy? Oh, the little, won't mind me saying, it's the little bulldog in the field. You know what I mean? And so it was like, so after that, then I think we was aware of each other then. And
Yeah,
then,
we went away like 3 months later. Didn't
and then we went away together 3 months later, and then obviously we spent time together.
Away
Got to
as
know each
in
other.
holiday
With Montserrat.
Well, it was actually a training camp, wasn't it? We went St George's.
Yeah, St George's.
We had a 4-day camp in St George's.
So how does that go about, like, in terms of getting called up? Do they literally just get in touch with the club, or was it like what did you know you were on the radar at least, or was it a surprise?
Well, it happens completely different for everyone else. For us, it was more of a contact thing. For some other people, obviously, like each national team will have like a chief scout that will literally search players that they think can play for them and then make contact and whatever. For us, it was a little bit different.
Social media.
Yeah, it was like social media and friends that was already playing.
Seeing
yeah.
other players that are playing that we know.
Yeah.
But we see that on their trip on Instagram, they're gone here and they're playing for Montserrat. Huh? Hang on, I'm from Montserrat. What's going on here? I don't know about this.
Fully.
No,
Montserrat?
I'm half Montserrat.
Quarter.
Okay.
I'm from our grandparents.
Yeah.
So our parents are from there.
Yeah, I know what grandparents are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, man, it was a social media thing. I see our other players that we played with on there. I'm like, hang on, I'm from here. Like,
Yeah, it
so
was literally just a
slid
message.
in that
We
DM, like-
want to eat. We want to eat. And before you know it, it was like, well, to be fair, we was quite lucky because we had that training camp coming up. So when we had asked, like, how do we get involved? Contacted the manager. The manager said, yeah, we've got a training camp coming up in a month's time. Come down. So the timing was literally perfect.
It was good. They went like bam, 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 because they was coming over here, and I met the manager in a hotel in Victoria, and then I think we had the training camp at Leighton Orient first, isn't it?
Yeah, the first one was at
Yeah,
Leighton
so we
Orient.
had that one. Met a few players, which was good. But like we're all from the similar area, so and we're a similar age. So like where I didn't know comms, he knew Woodsy and Mace, and I knew Woodsy and Mace.
Yeah.
So it was like all a mandem thing anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like the piece we done a piece with The Guardian, and it was like literally just based on us from that area, and there was like 6 of us that actually grew
'cause
up.
I find
in
that
the same
mad
area.
when I look at that squad, like the bunch,
Yeah.
like that little group of you lot. all
Like
from
on
the
my
same
road
area.
where I grew up, there's obviously me and my brother, like Woodsy, Sully, and then you've got Mace down the road. So there's literally like 5 of us on like a straight line, mile straight line.
Yeah.
It's not a
Crazy.
coincidence though. The reason I say that is because when the Montserratians come to England, they come in a certain concentration of
Yeah.
of London. So the
They all
most,
set out camp in like.
do you get what I'm saying?
similar
That's why
areas,
we're all so close, because they all the highest population of Montserratians in the UK is in Hackney.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
get what I'm saying? So and them lot are only a few roads away. They're not. It's not far. I know it's 2 different boroughs, but
Yeah.
you know, like it's on the outskirts, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But it's just how it happens. You like communities stay together. Really, like if you look at like, especially the Jewish community, like you find the Jewish community all built up in a couple of areas, but you know it as like, oh, that's like more of a Jewish area, more of
Yeah.
a Jewish community. It's kind of the same thing. Like obviously when grandparents and their parents come over, they've obviously gone, yeah, let's go there, and then it's like, oh, they're there. We'll just camp up next to each other. That's just how you find communities build. I
Very
guess.
interesting. You know, I've been Montserrat.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you go there for?
Like, I went Antigua,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then
Little boat journey over.
yeah, just
Yeah.
literally a boat, and I just did it just to tick off another country.
How was you on
It's
the
so
boat?
small.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's
It's
so
tiny.
small,
like-
How did
Tiny.
you? How did you
Say
find
again?
it?
How was you on the boat, first of all?
How-
Alright.
No, I'm alright, man. I'm
Oh,
alright.
I threw up
I
that first
struggle.
ball. Really.
Oh, really?
I threw up, I
Yeah.
threw
Oh,
up.
you lot got to do that every time.
Yeah.
So I know it's
Yeah.
gonna sound like a dumb question, yeah, but the home ground, you lot do play it in like your home games. You
Yeah,
play,
in
you play
Montserrat,
in
yeah.
Montserrat, innit?
Yeah, so we got a pitch stadium, and they're growing the facility. So now we're starting to build like a hotel on the next to the ground and stuff like that. So it's up and coming. It's looking.
How's
nice.
Montserrat since like the storms and all of that?
Which storms? The trouble, like the rainstorms.
Yeah, or when
They happen every year.
Oh, I
they happen every year,
thought it was
them
like a
rainstorms.
bad one hit.
No, you're talking about the
You're
volcano.
talking about the volcano.
Oh, was it
which was in
volcano?
95,
Volcano, yeah.
which was in 95. 24-year anniversary was about 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Oh, no, I wasn't even talking
It's
about that. I
half
thought it was different.
half of the island is an exclusion
It's
zone.
in populated. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not.
It wiped out
populated.
the capital of Montserrat, the airport, the main airport. So now you can only get the little 8-man planes.
Okay.
So we normally
Yeah.
get the boat to Montserrat from Antigua, but when
Yeah.
we go back to Antigua, we get the little 8-man plane that
Okay.
shakes about the whole journey. It's mad.
It's
Nah,
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd much prefer the boat. You know?
the plane now. The
Nah,
plane.
the
To
plane.
be honest, the first time I went on it, I was
Scrambling.
shocked.
Well, the plane can't be that long of a journey, though.
No, it's 20 minutes. It's
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, it's
thing.
quick.
But I'm saying, when you go on that plane, the views you're getting are incomparable to. Like, the only other thing you can get like that is a helicopter because they fly at a certain level, and so you're seeing
Under the clouds, isn't it?
under the clouds, and you're just on top of the. You're like right on top of the water. The last one of the journeys, I see 2 sharks.
I don't know if he actually saw it, but
I
he
see
claims-
2 sharks.
he claims.
You know what it is? You know when people don't see it and they're stressed, like, oh, they see it. So they're like, no, you didn't see it. But I saw 2 sharks. 2 sharks.
What were they doing?
Those are swimming, bro. Hey, one of them come to the top. Like one of them come to the top. You see the dorsal thing come out, and I was like, wow, boy. And I see a big school of fish. You know, like them big balls of fish, like thousands. Yeah, like
He thinks he's in
great.
Finding Nemo, bro.
Yeah,
Nemo,
bro.
He's having a
I
moment.
thought, oh, what's that? What's that? Blue planet.
How many caps you lot got? How many caps you got?
5.
5.
I think we've got the same now. Yeah, 5 as well. Yeah.
Because you missed the game,
The
innit?
last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the next international link up? Do you not keep an eye out for that?
Yeah.
September, yeah, of course,
Of course
man.
you do.
That's like we're living for those moments right now.
What's been the best team you lot have played so far?
El
Best
Salvador.
team. Yeah, probably. Yeah, El Salvador.
Salvador.
Yeah.
What was the last? There was like a dramatic game.
El Salvador.
Was it the El Salvador one?
Yeah, we lost in the last minute,
Oh, okay.
so we lost in the last minute to El Salvador, which
Not even the last minute, like. That
Literally
makes it
last
sound like
kick.
you had a chance. I'm talking
Nah,
like
last-
last kick of the game.
as soon as we took
Ball
centre,
got
they
set
kicked
to me
it.
from kickoff. Pumped it forward. The whistle went when the ball was in the air. I'm talking like there must have been 15 seconds left of the game.
stress, and that loss there basically cost us qualifying for the Gold Cup. If we had drew that game,
Yeah.
we would have qualified.
The top teams from the 32, I think it was, the top 10 qualified for Gold Cup. We was the only team to
Us.
not make it that finished on 9 points.
Yeah,
We would have been on 10, which would have put us like 6th or 5th.
even yeah, it's close to 4th or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
So
it's crazy.
that 1
It's
point
just-
was so costly.
So what's the next bout of games?
It's a lesson.
What's
So
the
we're in
qualifiers
we're in the B league of the
Nations League.
the AFCON Nations League.
Who?
No, not
No,
AFCON.
no.
CONCACAF, sorry. Where am I going? The CONCACAF Nations League B we're in.
Who's in your group?
We got
It's the whole of the Caribbean.
we got the Dom Republic in our group.
Oh, so now how it is what they do is is it 30 teams?
Yeah.
And they do pools. So they got A, B, C.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's all like you have to play one team out of each
You
pool.
play your certain league. Yeah.
So you play your level basically,
Mm.
and to qualify for a big group.
No, I think it's changed now.
Has it changed?
That was how it was for the Gold Cup qualification, but now you're playing against teams that are in your
Oh, just in
meant to be
your,
in your
pool.
level. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So in our pool of teams, we've got El Salvador again,
Mm.
but this time it's home and away,
Yeah.
which will be interesting because they got 20,000 fans at their last game against Jamaica.
Yeah, they're big
So they're a big
footballing
nation.
country.
We got Saint Lucia
Yeah.
and we got Dom Republic, so we've got some good trips coming up.
You don't think you can do it?
Yeah, 100%. I
Who's
wouldn't be
skipper
going
for that?
otherwise.
Lau Taylor.
Lau Taylor.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, Lau's skipper.
Lars from Montserrat as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not alright, man.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of people from Montserrat that are eligible to play, but haven't taken that choice to play it. You got some players, I won't like call anyone out, but you got players at Prem clubs, young ones. You got players at league clubs, a bit older, but you got the young ones, the Prem ones, they're thinking about playing for England, and they've still got that chance. Then you got League One, League Two players,
But what about League?
even Championship players as well.
Yeah,
Some of
what
them
about them?
Championship players are young. I don't know. Like everyone's got their reasons, and I would never knock anyone for.
Do you think people
their
maybe
decisions.
just don't know?
Yeah, sometimes.
They don't-
But
yeah.
you've also got people that kind of knock it to the side, like, oh, I've got my club here. I don't really know much about Montserrat.
That's so crazy
not
to
gonna
me,
play.
man.
So this is the thing. Not qualifying for the Gold Cup. See, as far as I'm concerned, Montserrat are going to get where they're going. It's going to take time, but
Yeah.
they're going to get there.
Yeah.
And because the pool of players that we do have, I'm talking from top Prem clubs, Arsenal, United, like, and down to the league
Which
clubs.
players would you like?
No, there's loads. There's
Would you
loads.
say who have Montserrat in them?
For example, the Willock brothers play for
Oh,
Arsenal.
have they?
They got Montserrat. They're Montserrat.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
trying
get
to
what
get
I'm
them
saying?
to play for.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
difficult at this time.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. What the challenge Montserrat has is how do we make playing for Montserrat more attractive than playing for England? Of course, you play for England. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you play for England. What happens at your club? Your value goes up if you play for England, and obviously they pay them. But
Yeah.
a lot of the players give the money to charity anyway. But
Yeah.
your value goes up. And playing for England, you get to play in all the major tournaments.
Yeah.
So that's another thing as well. But how do we get these youngsters? Because there's a lot that ain't gonna play for England. Only 22 players
Caribbean
are playing for
teams are
England.
coming up though. The
The
Caribbean.
Caribbean, this whole CONCACAF Caribbean.
There's a lot more
football
exposure in it.
is getting. It's gonna be big soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big. The reason why I don't say where AFCON is, because AFCON could be even bigger than it is. It should be
Yeah,
bigger than it
it
is.
should be. It should be.
But why isn't it? Because there's been a lot of, I don't know, corruption. There's been a lot of stuff under the table. This was the same thing with the Caribbean, and they got rid of that last what do you call it? Sepp Blatter and all them lot.
Yeah.
And all the funds are available now. So
Yeah.
like everyone's
that up.
having, like my little cousin just got called up to play for Montserrat. He's 13. He's going to under 15 tournament.
Yeah.
All right.
Now there's money there now.
Yeah.
So that everyone's taking part, and now like
just
it's
getting
building.
back
It's
now,
just
it's getting
starting.
back.
It's just starting.
Because
So-
even like you see, obviously I know Jamaica are kind of like when you look at the Caribbean, you think, oh, Jamaica are kind of they're already at that pinnacle stage where they can start attracting players. But Leon Bailey
Yeah.
had chose to play for them.
he could have played for England.
I heard that.
You get what I'm saying? So he's gone
He could have played for England,
Which
and,
is very
and
good.
obviously he was not born, but he lived in Germany for a certain amount of time, so he could have played for Germany,
Germany
as well. So like he just straight away went Jamaica. So just even little changes like that, it puts the Caribbean competitions on the map because he's playing in the German Bundesliga. Like
They're changing how they do the World Cup as well. So our next games that we're playing, this is all for the World Cup. In Qatar. It's basically the qualifiers, you know, like league teams in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
It goes right down below SSC now. So we're one of them teams all the way down there. But yeah, it's for the World Cup. But it's building up, man. It's gonna, trust me, it's gonna climb, because what they've done is they've changed the format. They're trying to change the numbers in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So how many teams?
32.
32 teams. So what they want is they want representatives from these lesser nations in the World Cup. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's the
and
growth. The growth is there. It's looking good. So
we just hope that we're one of the teams from the lesser nations
Yeah.
that make it there. You know what I mean?
What's your the lifestyle like when you go away? Like, do you live in luxury, or is it literally just?
For me, I'd say
same.
you live in luxury. Why? Because over there, it's nothing to do with material things. It is straight real life. You know, like
Yeah.
real food.
are we talking about living luxury compared to like when like other people that might live there or live in luxury compared to like Premier League footballers? Or?
Oh no, not like Prem, but like how
when
people,
we go over.
Yeah, like when you go over there, and even how like you're treated, how you travel to games and blah blah.
Oh, so travelling to games, it's just, we don't like we get normal flights.
It's like flights, normal.
I think like we was on the same flight as a few of the Jamaican players, but they was the first class. But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
And
that was coming back to the UK.
To the UK. We're travelling a whole squad from the UK. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't even think there's enough first class seats. Not saying that we would have got them, but. Yeah, we travel. We get over there. It's all done properly. Just how a team would be over here.
Don't you not have many local players in the national team?
We have a few.
We've got a few.
We have a few,
but the football wasn't the main sport over there for a many number of years.
Yeah. Cricket.
Yeah.
So I think it was cricket. Then probably even like basketball was on a pedestal with football. So since we've gone over there and we've started doing well, we're bringing it back and bringing some support into the football setup. It's now that you see a lot more kids playing football and what have you. But also, the demographics on the island are the kids go to school, so you've got the school kids. Once they leave school, and they're at the age to start going uni and studying, they either come to the UK or they go to America to study. So that kind of age group of 18 to teenagers
not
to
many
young adults, there's not really that many on the island. So it's kind of missing that segment. But as you say, with us doing well, the better we do, the more we drive the sport throughout the country.
And the more funds.
The better we do, the more funding. It sounds like a lot of pressure, but obviously you just got to do your thing and hope for the best. But the better we do, inevitably, is going to help Montserrat national team grow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wish you all the best with the international stuff. You know, I want to look at the TV and say, them guys lost at Bulawa.
I hate smash.
These South guys, bro.
Too much.
South. They had to win that one. Well, you're always from North.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
So how come was it just by chance that you end up at Palace when you were younger?
Just by chance, literally just by chance.
So it wasn't even like a local team?
Nah, I was playing for Whetstone in Barnet, and one of the coaches there become a scout. He was literally a scout for 5 months so that he could become a coach there. So he was like already on the books.
Yeah.
And in his time, he only took 3 players. He took a goalkeeper that didn't get signed. He took myself, who got signed, and Mehdi Abalimba, who has now...
Is that a Barnet player?
No, you're talking about Mehdi Alita.
Oh,
he went to Fulham, he went to Derby, got caught up in a couple of fraud situations.
I
know what you're talking about. Is that the one that I was doing the computer?
I'm not trying to bait
okay.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. That's how that come about. So I was 15 when I went there. I was a late bloomer for academy, and just went on scholar, pro. So that was a good time. Good time. Many moons ago now though.
How old are you now?
28.
Nah, you're still young, man.
How old are you? I'm 30.
You're 30.
But when we're talking about football...
No, okay, in terms of football.
Yeah,
but you know what?
From when I left
in life,
to now,
young.
That's many
That's young in life.
Young, but
in football, that's not young.
That's like 9 years ago when I was there. That's ages ago.
Where did you Arsenal?
I was Arsenal, so for academy. But we're going. He said he's at Palace many moons ago. If he's at Palace many moons ago, then what did I say when I was at Arsenal?
Dust.
Well, that was a long time. I signed for Arsenal when I was 11, and I got released at 15, and then I went to West Ham. Thought I was too good. Thought I was too good for West Ham, and then
is that because you've been at Arsenal?
Not because I had been at Arsenal. This was my attitude, just in general to football. Like I felt I was the best. That's just how I was. I was that sort of like kid. But you don't have no one to tell you that tone it down or put you in check, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the
So
difference.
like,
It's good to
and,
think like
and
that,
you need
but
that.
it's the delivery of it.
Yeah, I had the
that's key.
confidence. So I wasn't like a nasty guy. Like, I was just confident. I was confident, arrogant in my football ability. Anywhere I go, I'm the best. Like, and I will show you, sort of thing. And I went to West Ham, and they were buzzing off me. But then they said to me, "Oh, we want you to keep coming in." Because so I went at the end of the season, and then I was like, sign me now. And the season had finished. As a kid, I don't know that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I've come, you asked me, don't play your last game against Reading at Highbury, come and play at Upton Park. I'll come, battle it up. And I'm like, where's this deal with that? Do you get what I'm saying? And then one of the coaches, the coach that brought me there, he used to be a coach at Arsenal, and he must have gave me a job and to keep me ticking over in the summer. Whereas at that time, I was vulnerable to other situations. So he was trying to keep me busy. And the guy that I was working with, which was his own company, the guy had his like main worker, he misplaced his phone and accused me of stealing his phone. And like them days there, like man was on like certain things. Like man weren't stealing phones then. Like, you know, like when you're stealing phones at primary school. Like, I'm all 15, 16 now. I'm doing bits. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And then fell out with him, argument, whatnot.
Did you find the phone?
He found his phone.
Oh, okay,
but he
cool.
just tried to accuse me of putting it back.
Oh.
I'm like, nah. So anyway, fell out with him. So I couldn't go back to that job no more because the coach was saying to me,
the whole situation
don't worry about
breakdown,
it, like boom, boom, boom. But come this time, like when season starts, we're gonna go back and we're gonna sign, we're gonna do whatever. So now he's come back to West Ham, but I'm fuming that he's in that at this time. I feel like he's believed the guy.
Yeah.
Because he was paying me to go as well, so I was earning my little money, filling up cement mixers and all that. Like I was enjoying it. First time I had a little job. And I felt like he believed him. So when I come back to going to West Ham now, he's ringing me. Yes, I'm gonna get you in, blah blah blah. I'm ringing, what? I come back, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. By this time now, I'm ticking over on the road, doing things I shouldn't be doing, making money and all that. And I'm like, dead this ball thing, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to someone from my school. He heard I wasn't playing football, named Colonel. Did you know Colonel? What do you call it? His son was at the game. He was like, you're not kicking ball? No, man, come to Broadwater Farm. Went Broadwater Farm, played a couple of games with them. They used to have like loads of, Clasford could get players anywhere. Like, took me to Norwich, went Norwich, had a trial game for Norwich, done my thing. By these time there, I was all smoking weed. Like, I was like proper falling off.
Yeah.
And then they went to sign me. They went to sign me, offered me a 2-year YTS and a pro, but they were like, you need to move to Norwich. And I'm like, what? Move to Norwich? Like, I'd move to Norwich, sort of attitude. And then they were like, oh, we'll bring your mum down here, everything, like, we'll move your family down there. I asked my mum, you know, come like Norwich is like, what? Norwich might be to Norwich. Then there was like, oh, we'll give you can come in the digs. But you see, when this was all going on, there was no one. That time then, you never heard of no man them going out country to kick ball and digs and all this. That weren't happening. Like, not from where I was from anyway. I was the first man in my area to be doing this sort of stuff. Like, so it was like, this is all foreign to man. I was like, no, like, that don't make no sense. Like, get me? And then the agent that took me there, like, it wouldn't stop ringing me. But then, by then, like, I was tapped at that point. And it was just like, oh, fuck ball, man. Like, it sort of thing, you know what I mean? And then I didn't play ball for about another 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't kick ball for about, I just fell into the street and went all that way. And then 5 years later, I started playing I went to play for Romford. My brethren was like, oh yeah, I just gotta kick some ball. I said, yeah, I'll come kick some ball. Went and kicked some ball. Had a trial for Romford in a park, like in Chadwell Heath. And then that's when my basically non-league career started again. Went from Romford to Woburn Forest, to East Thurrock, to Maidenhead, to Havant, back to Maidenhead, and now at Bromley.
How long did you at Bromley for?
I've just signed, literally.
I
I've
mean,
signed a 2 years. 2 year deal, yeah.
So where does football behind bars fit in this?
That 5 years where I didn't play football because I was in jail.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't play football. but yeah, that football behind
Can I stitch you
bars.
up there?
No, that's cool. That's all right. No, that's cool. I tried to like.
You left
I
out.
tried, yeah, I left that out.
Man, try to swerve that.
But
Okay, cool.
yeah, nah, it's cool, but I'm comfortable to speak about that. Because there's a lot of kids that are
It's
probably
played a big part in your journey.
Yeah,
to be honest.
100%. And there's a lot of kids going through it now that can kick ball, that are ballers. And I remember I read something. Cesc Fabregas said he said, I wasn't the best footballer. I wasn't the best in my team.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best. Like growing up, I wasn't the best. Like I played with men that were dope, like real ballers, but they never had the luck that I had, or their journeys went
Or
in
the
different
attitude
ways,
even,
even stuff like that. So
it's a balance of
like,
things.
bruv,
Yeah.
I've played with some dope boys
I think
that,
we all
that
have.
didn't go. You get what I'm
I
saying?
think everyone everyone has that player that they says like, you know, like that question, like who's the best player you played with, and you think like, oh yes, like this player, that player, and then you think, right, he was sick, but no one will even know who that is to say
yeah,
that.
like, and that's what's happening a lot to us young black boys. Not just young black boys, but I want to focus on that point because it's what I see a lot.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I feel like it needs help. And yeah, man, a lot of man for whatever, everyone's got different reasons, but yeah, it happens, I guess. You knocked me off my little I'm just thinking about it.
You saying you're scrambling?
Yeah, I'm scrambling. But back to the football behind bars. Like for me, that's what got me. It made me remember who I was, not who I become.
Yeah.
Because I become someone. I adapted to my environment that I was around, and I'd say I made the wrong choices as a kid. But you know, when you're young, you feel like you're older than you are. You can you know what you're doing.
You think you're wiser than you
in
actually
reality,
are,
you don't.
yeah.
So I remember the decision to not go Norwich. I was on the ends there, about 50 man, no joke, about 50 man, all like squadded. Yeah, chilling, whatever, man, weird music, blah, 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 blah. You know, you've been watching all these DVD, Smack DVD, and all this. You're thinking this is the life. Like you see these rappers making P, these man are shotting him out there.
Them Shay Davis ones.
Like yeah, all of that, all the spare Shay Davis. You get me? And then like you're feeling like so you get caught up, like it becomes your reality. Yeah, because you block out, you're not seeing other stuff. So this becomes your reality, and then I remember actually saying to myself, fuck ball, man. On the road, man. Fuck it, man. I'm around a couple man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you get me? Like a couple man knew that I had the opportunity to go, but at that time, they, like I said, it was new. So, you know, like now, kids can see their boy getting that opportunity. They will say, "Nah, bruv, go, man," because they see what it becomes.
Yeah.
Back then, no
It's
one
like you're
knew what that
wasting
was.
your time,
It was
yeah.
like, I did that, man. I had man saying that to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'd never blame them. It's not their fault because I had the same attitude because we never know what that could have become.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I just said, yeah, F the ball thing and just hit the roll and then just end up going job, basically.
But everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on.
And it's all, look at you now, international caps and all sorts, man. But when you actually get your caps, do they give you something with each cap? 'Cause you know, back in the day with England, they actually used to give you caps.
Yeah, you get physical caps.
Yeah.
Montserrat, no.
No,
No,
we don't get caps, no.
Oh, okay, cool. You mentioned talking about some of the best players you've played with who never get mentioned. But like, who would you say is probably one of the best players you played with?
In terms of
anything, just in life. Don't
I actually filled out a questionnaire for Hampton programme the other day, so it should be on the top of my head. Best player I played with, I must say I come through a very good Palace youth team. Had players. My youth team there was Nathaniel Klein, Victor Moses, Sean Scannell, even Wilfred Zaha. So I played with some good players, even coming through the youth. First team I played with Jose Fonte, who's now gone to win a European Championship. Darren Ambrose, good player. But then you've also got players like Ashley Robinson, I don't know if you know him, being from South. Ashley Robinson was in my youth team. He played on a wing, went to Fulham, but yeah, I've played with some really good players growing up.
I mean, you definitely just dropped a couple names there. You know?
Yeah,
So,
more than
yeah, I asked for one. He just gave me the whole thing.
I don't know. I can't choose. I can't choose one. But I mean, obviously,
that's a solid list, though.
As a youth team player, the player was always there was two. The players to be that was going to be the best at that time and were actually playing like they were going to be the best at that time was Victor Moses and John Bostock.
Oh yeah, Bostock.
I remember John Bostock from Championship Manager.
Unreal, man.
Yeah.
Well, signed him Championship
At
Manager.
our age, when we were 16, them two, the prospect that they had and the ability that they had at that age was unreal.
He was meant to be like one of them, like wonder kids from Bostock, and then I don't know what happened. Did he go to Tottenham?
He went Tottenham.
Tottenham,
That's
yeah.
where
Now
everything,
he's abroad
that's where
now,
the
isn't
breakdown was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
went
in
abroad. Did he
France
go
now. He's
Belgium?
playing for. I think he might be playing for Lens.
Lens.
He went. Yeah, he went. He went Belgium. Then he went to France.
But he looked like he was just.
Spurs just started
he kind
ruining
of-
ballers and that.
Yeah.
They've been doing that.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
But he looked like when he went Belgium that he kind of found himself again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he had a bit of time to enjoy his football again. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think at Tottenham maybe he found it hard. Even I found it hard, the transition at Palace from my first year scholar from youth from playing like under 15, under 16, going to first year scholar and not being on the starting team every week.
Yeah.
I found that really hard. That was something I'd never felt before, and it really questioned my attitude, and my attitude was off. It was not right, and that might be the reason why I ended up where I was now.
Yeah.
But then I got my second chance. Second year scholar, was playing really well. I got my pro very soon after the start of that season and the second year scholar. But then again, when I was around the first team setup, I found it hard not playing again.
Yeah.
And it's something that has really questioned my attitude. And yeah, that's like what I mean about non-league. When I come out of that setup and come into non-league, it made me really like love ball and enjoy ball, and it gives you that look of like, if I ever do go back to full time, or even now going back to training in the mornings, it's like I'm going to make the most of the opportunity, because sometimes you just don't look at it and think, yeah, I'm in a great position here. I used to think, Palace, like the setup here is not great.
Yeah.
When you look at Chelsea, Arsenal, blah blah blah. But then when you get released and you're going to Dagenham's, no offense to Dagenham, but obviously just the level.
Yeah.
It's different, yeah.
And I'm going from change room, having to do a 5 minute walk over to the pitch in my studs across the car park. I'm like,
Nah, just saying it.
Yeah, it's mad.
I wish I never said what I said, and I take everything back. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and so now I'm just grateful for opportunities that I get, and obviously I try and advise all the kids that I speak to just stay focused and keep pushing and be happy with the position you're in. Whatever position you're in, just be happy with it and try and keep pushing.
No, I love that. A little bit of education for the kids, not just out here giving banter. I'd like to give back on that. But best player you played against?
Best player I played against?
Have you played against Corey Whiteley?
Oh yeah, I played against him.
What's he actually like to play against? Oh, you wouldn't really have to know that. You don't have to deal with him like that, and it's different positions.
Yeah, well, every time I play against Corey, he never has a good game. Because I know what I don't like. So I always tell my left back Rene Steer at the time to like Rene deals with him still.
Yeah.
Like, but Corey.
Rene deals with him.
I think Corey would even have to like put his hand up, you know, that one. But
even against us,
Corey's
like,
a bad boy.
You see glimpses. I'd say like I've seen clips of him, and I'm like, that's not what I saw clips of. I saw little bits about that against us, but I'm like, I've seen him dominate games on highlights that I've watched, and then against us, he's had moments, but not.
Is that
not
mainly
like
to do because
scored,
you know
like,
how
that's to do with Rene Steer.
Probably
Yeah. He like I said.
But he's a baller though.
No, he's a baller, bro. He's a baller.
Okay, cool.
Where's he at now? Is he gone?
He's gone.
He went
Newport.
Newport.
Yeah, Newport.
I say that because from when I saw him at the ball hour game.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the
Unreal.
first? Oh, it was the first time you've seen him.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's the first time I seen him play. It was unreal. And then when I saw he got the move to
To
Newport.
be fair though, that move was a long time coming. Like he could have got that move 3 years ago.
But
Oh, is it?
Absolutely blocked that.
No, not FC. Dagenham and Redbridge.
Blocked him.
Yeah.
He's had a couple block moves to be fair.
Yeah, he's had a couple blocks.
That's where
What do you do when
football
like,
gets
you're getting
technical,
blocks
man.
like that?
There's nothing you can do. You're under contract in it, but
It's not like when the Prem, like Kashani wants to leave and refuse to play and all that, and they get rid of him. Them man holds so much commercial value. They got there's player power at that level.
Yeah.
Down here, there is no player power. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
and it's like, yeah. So there's nothing you can do. Really.
It's funny you say that because you look at Prem and you're like, oh, I'm not playing unless I get a move. Cristiano, I'm not going. You know, a player does that non-league, then the other team looks at, oh, this isn't really a player we want to sign because he does. If he's going to do that for them, he could do that for us. You know them ones.
Koscielny will walk into another club. Just
Exactly.
Like, probably got another one lined up already.
Yeah, straight away.
Did you hear what happened with that one though?
What he wants to leave, isn't it?
No, basically, I think
It was a verbal
I think,
agreement.
yeah, they said he can leave,
but
but then where we didn't qualify for Champions League.
Said they ain't put that out there though and make him look like a
Yeah,
bad guy.
but this is the thing.
That's
They were
what
meant
clubs
to
do.
thingy because he was. It was a given that he was going to leave, and
Yeah.
he did his goodbyes or whatever. And then we were supposed to qualify for Champions League,
yeah.
and then get more money, get defenders. Obviously, this transfer window's come. We didn't
Didn't
qualify for
happen.
Champions League,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we ain't got no money.
Well,
so
I
now
think
they're
the verbal
saying,
we need you another
yeah,
year.
now we're saying.
But I don't
it's just
even
like,
think
no.
it's that. I think the verbal agreement was that he would be allowed to leave for nothing. Or
As well,
something
yeah.
like that. And then I think now that they've
think they
said,
triggered his
you either
thingy.
stay or we'll let you go, but a club has to pay for you. And he's like, that's not what the agreement
We
between
agreed,
us
yeah.
was.
Yeah, no, I think they triggered his
Oh, did they trigger
A
a
year.
1 year extension?
Yeah,
So that's
a
probably
one-
what it was.
yeah.
They was like, we're going to
That's
just let you
crazy.
go.
That's
And the
crazy.
reason why they've triggered that is probably just to sell him to make money.
Nah, I think
'Cause they know he
I
wanna
think
leave.
they
It's
want to keep
crazy.
him this year.
I'll sign a deal with a 1 year extension trigger, yeah, that wasn't in my favour.
Mm.
I didn't know that at the time. So you could sign basically it's not up to you whether you stay that extra year, it's up to them.
Yeah.
Or they can get rid of you, or, which is happening to him,
Yeah,
which is out of order. But a lot of people won't know about these things. And all they like, for me, for example, being an Arsenal fan and a football man, I didn't even know
yeah.
that all that was going on. So all I saw was that he wants to leave. I never held anything against him. As far as I'm concerned, if someone wants to leave, let them go. Do you get what I'm saying? But a lot of fans, they would have, they're hammering him, he's this, he's
I'm
that.
not
he's
allowed.
this.
I don't want him to go.
Yeah,
It's like
of course.
Adebayor, I want him to go. The reason why I want him to go is because he's past his best.
Mm.
I'd rather have a young player, I'd rather have a Rob Holding in there just getting his minutes in,
Yeah.
developing, because he looked
know-
frightening before he got injured.
Thing is, no, you look really good. I like. We're going way off here, but you know Mavropanos.
Do you know what? I ain't watched him play enough.
I like him, man.
watched him
I've
play.
seen him for like a couple games. Like that one against Man United. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, he had a good game.
He had a good.
But he has one good game, and then
But then he got sent off.
3 bad games.
Should we
Yeah.
change the name of the show to Arsenal
Arsenal-
Fan TV? Or
No.
what's going on here?
we end up here because you didn't tell me who your best player was that you
My
played
best
against.
player that I play against, I don't know. It comes to mind probably maybe
it-
Ashley Young when he was at his best at Aston Villa. He was flying that
Listen,
season.
no, bro. He was flat. Him, Milner.
Yeah,
Who
that
else
was the
was
team that we played against. Milner down, and it was a good team.
Yeah, that's a good person to pick. Have you not come up against any like known ballers for international?
Yeah, we've got the Curacao one that was signed for Southampton.
Cuco Martino.
Cuco Martinez.
He was
okay.
at Southampton, went to Everton.
Yeah, that's the one that scored that goal against Arsenal.
Yeah, that mad goal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't know how he got that move, to be fair.
Well, like the El Salvador,
Shout out to him.
The El Salvador players don't know them, but they are bad boys.
But to be fair, yeah, all we get told like they got this player in this position, this player in this position. He plays in MLS.
yeah.
He plays here. Like we played against Aruba. They wasn't the best.
Oh,
They was a
do you know
solid
what?
team. They
That's-
had a winger.
I think that guy might be the best player I've ever played against. Bro, this guy was a joke.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a winger that played for. I think he played for Trabzonspor in
Transfer
Turkey.
in Turkey.
He was
Don't
bad.
know, I can't remember his
he
name,
was
but
bad.
he was playing.
He was playing his own game.
Yeah, he's playing men's football like he's in a playground. You know, like I'm not saying
Yeah,
his
for
name out here, but You know, like when you watch Neymar play for PSG, it just takes the piss.
Yeah.
You
Just
can't
that
get
change
the ball
of
with him, he's just taking
acceleration,
that.
doing
That's what
what he
he
wants.
was on. Like, it was ineffective because he didn't have a team around. He can't do it all by himself.
Yeah.
But like after we played El Salvador players as a team, best team I've ever played against us. They were a joke. Like they played Brazil after they played us.
And they got thumped.
Yeah, they only lost 5-1. That's not thumped. I'm not having that. What thumped? What? So they played against us and just beat us 2-1. Yeah. And then they played Brazil and only lost 5-1. Come on.
Only? How many times
Are you
have
right?
you
We're
lost?
talking about 5-1 is 5-1.
Neymar played.
Yeah, but you're saying,
5-1 is 5-1.
only. How many times have you lost 5-1 in a game and
No,
gone, yeah,
no,
that's
for
cool.
for me, I'm looking at it like they only lost 5-1. Right there, boys. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking
I get what
at
you're
it.
saying. I
I'm
get what you're
saying,
saying.
like,
but-
You
Brazil-
don't come up against Brazil and lost
Bro, it could
5-1.
be peak. If we played if we lost 5-1 to Brazil, I walk off that pitch with the biggest smile on my face.
I'd be-
I'll be like today, man. Let me get your top. Let me get your top. You're gonna mad. No, Brazil. We're talking about big Brazil.
Hey,
I
Combs
get
is
it,
looking
but
at you
5-1 still hurts,
disappointed.
you know? You might have to sit on bench for
Bro,
that game.
Alright, 5-1. Hey, it don't hurt enough, bro. It don't hurt enough. I'm taking the positives out of a bad situation.
This guy, bro.
Yeah.
So, best player you played against then?
You know what? Combs asked me this question last year. Cliff, who's the best player you played against? And I was like, I said, you know what? Like when I was playing at a certain level, I was young. So like, whereas when he'd gone and done 2 years YT and a pro,
Yeah.
so it was you remember more people.
Yeah.
You
You
say
get what I'm
that,
saying?
bro.
Like,
I haven't even mentioned someone plays youth team there. Some
yeah,
bad
like so
players, some-
like when I was at, I used to, do you know who was a proper bad boy that I can't believe didn't go all the way, and you won't know him. His name's Marlon Merritt Dixon. He's a striker. He was at Chelsea, and like he's from Hackney as well. We played for Hackney together. Like he was super dope. He was like 5 foot, bro. Like he was so little,
Yeah.
but he was so rapid and so quick. I guess in that day and age, they'd have had time for small players.
Yeah.
If he was in this era, he'd fit in straight away. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'd say he's probably one of the best strikers I've seen. Just a natural striker, naturally gifted. But like I said, I don't really remember. I only know the Arsenal players that I remember.
Yeah.
People like Ryan Smith. I remember watching him play.
Unreal.
He inspired me to use my left foot. I watched Ryan Smith play. So every time we used to come in to see his age group playing, always used to go and watch him play because he was just getting the ball,
Yeah,
just
he was with me at Palace.
zigzagging
He was
through, man. Like
different.
he was moving like Ryan Giggs, blood.
Yeah.
And them man there made me use my left foot. Like you get me. So Ryan Smith, of all the players I can probably remember, I've seen play, I've spoke to, is probably Ryan Smith.
And played with?
Baller.
Is that
Played with would be Jay Simpson.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we was in the same
What's he doing
age group.
Why didn't you say Jay Simpson to play against them?
Play against. Oh yeah, play. I don't know. Yeah, I love him for both. Nah, he's gone Cyprus.
Okay, but
He's
he's still playing.
Yeah, he's playing in Cyprus now. I can't remember the name of the team, but he's gone and signed in Cyprus.
Okay, cool. So before we round up, your combined world 11 of all time could be,
World 11.
could be a present player, could be a past player.
Oh, I used to do this in school, sit there with a piece of paper.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
paper
back-
today.
Let's start a goalkeeper. I'm just gonna go and say bang David Seaman. I'm not saying that's the
What, over Schmeichel?
Yeah.
How long we got? Because
No, I'm
Over
not saying
Schmeichel.
definitive. I'm just gonna throw him. But you say Schmeichel. I can take Schmeichel over Seaman. I could do, yeah.
well, we're talking there's some bad boy keepers.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to keep it in England. No, we'll go across the world, bro.
What about the one that was playing for
Buffon?
North in the game?
I don't. If I talk, I'm in trouble.
Is he throwing banter?
Yeah, he's right.
I
If
thought he
I
was having
speak,
a
I'm in
serious chat
trouble.
now.
Hey, Ollie.
I said Ollie, you know, bro.
Ollie. Set me up. Hey, Ollie.
What,
But,
no Buffon?
Bruv, what about Dida? I won't play with Dida, you know.
You've only put him in there because he's black, bro.
No. What, you don't having Dida?
He was there. He's not there.
Nah,
level,
come
bro.
on. Oh, it's
Cool. So you want to go
Let's pick a
Buffon?
keeper.
Buffon.
I love Buffon.
I like Buffon. Left back. Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole, yeah, I'm diving Ashley Cole.
Yeah, because there's only like, yeah, Ashley Cole.
I think
Centre half.
last week was the first time anyone picked, second time that someone didn't pick Ashley Cole.
Who they pick?
Oh, it was a joke.
Kamara and that picked Marcelo.
What? It can't defend.
Not over Cashley. No.
He cannot
Would they
defend.
hit Marcelo? Yeah, it was Marcelo.
Marcelo's a baller. but
Marcelo
not
cannot
over.
defend. He's
But
a
not over-
baller,
not
but he
over.
cannot defend.
Who you having centre half then?
I'm gonna go centre half. I'm gonna
Like,
go.
throw some into the mix because it's meant to be our combined. But
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go.
I know you want Campbell in there.
No. I'm going
No?
Lilian Thuram.
Okay.
Okay.
Lilian Thuram. And Yapstam. Who you go?
I feel like Maldini needs to be somewhere in there. He didn't even
Yeah.
need to slide tackle.
Yeah, he was serious. I'll go with Maldini. I'll take Maldini.
So Maldini and
what's
Maldini
who you gonna
and-
pair him with?
Thuram was crazy. He was a madness. Do you remember Thuram?
Of course, Lillian. Man like
Lillian
Lillian,
was
but he played
dope.
right back for France though. But he was a bad boy.
no, he plays centre back for
For Juventus.
Juve.
Juventus, and he was at Parma before. Oh,
Did he
No,
play
Yapstam
centre-back
was
for Barca?
cold as well. Man. Oh, do you know what?
was, man.
Hold on. Wait, let me throw Rio Ferdinand into
I know.
that
I
hat
was
as
gonna
well.
say we've got
Let
no
me throw
current
Rio.
one.
Let me throw Rio in there. And anyone that thinks that John Terry was on levels with Rio, you lost your mind.
Nah,
Nah, you lost your
So
mind.
So the two centre
we
backs,
have Maldini and Rio.
Yeah, Maldini and Rio.
Right back.
Maldini and Rio.
It's only one, isn't it?
Who?
Cafu, bro.
See, I was gonna say this, but Dani Alves.
He is like Cafu is his dad.
He is his dad, but sometimes the son
We're
becomes
saying the
better than
evolution.
dad.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
I can
don't
go
get me
down
wrong,
Alves.
Yeah,
Do you know what? Cafu was. He
His
had
engine was
hella strength, pace.
And he was techie.
Yeah, but Alves is a joke when
Alves
it
is
comes
the
to
man.
technique. He can do everything. Like he can go inside. Cafu was down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like he's inside left. He could play centre mid. Alves.
Alves is different.
Yeah, he's a joke.
So who we going with, Cafu or?
I'd agree with Alves. Yeah.
Alves, yeah.
Okay, cool.
What formation we playing? Can we
It's up
choose?
to you.
Scott, we've got to go 4-3-3. I don't know. Let's just say the players first. Go on. So midfield. Let's start on the left.
How does that make sense? How does that make
Let's go
sense?
midfield.
What?
Let's
No,
start.
I need a
I
formation.
had him-
But we
I
need
had
a
him-
formation
Oh,
kind of, wouldn't you?
we'll go. Should we go 4-4-2? 4-4-3? 4-3-3?
I think we might. There's a lot of really, really good strikers. Should we
There
leave a
is.
bit of luxury for that? Let's go 4-4-2 then.
4-4-2. So on the left is, I'm saying, CR7.
You can't question that really if you're going
Yeah.
with left.
On the
left-
right,
left
on the
side
right?
players. On the right. This is real tricky because where's Ronaldinho again?
This is the thing, yeah. Like, Ronaldinho is the GOAT. He's so underrated, yeah. He is the GOAT of the midfield.
I saw you talking on Twitter.
He's a
Thing
joke, bro.
that some
Like,
people
I
are
was
saying
gonna
Neymar's
recommend him in the
better than
middle.
him.
No.
Who said that again?
No, I saw you reply to the tweet that some people are saying Neymar's better than Ronaldinho.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get me
so-
wrong, yeah. See Neymar, the thing with Neymar, he's gone to underachieve, 100%.
Mm.
Because he's like a typical Brazilian, yeah. They just care, they care about ball, just playing.
Mm.
Just dubs it, man. They don't care about winning the league,
Yeah.
winning the trophies. That's why Ronaldinho, that's why he doesn't get as much ratings as he should.
Mm.
Like, the way Brazilians approach the football isn't the way Europeans approach the football. Is.
Mm.
Oh, who scored the most goals?
Yeah.
Oh, who's got the best
They want to put on a
ratings?
show.
They just
Yeah.
want to put on a show. And that's why he's going to underachieve.
Yeah,
Neymar.
they enjoyed.
But that's why
balling
Neymar.
and
That's why
looking good.
Neymar won't get into this squad. That's why I won't even put him in there
Mm.
because of what he can do. He ain't doing
Yeah.
for me anyway.
Yeah.
So left we
we
got
need to change our
Ronaldo.
formation. I'm just going to say that now. We need to go 4-2-3-1.
Alright, cool. I'm happy with that.
And we've already put Cristiano Ronaldo
Yeah,
there.
CR7 there.
We're gonna put
Okay.
we're gonna put Ronaldinho in the pocket.
Ronaldinho in my pocket.
Messi.
No, bro. There's no
Messi-
way I'm letting you leave Thierry Henry at this team. There's no way, man. There's no way.
He's not that guy.
He is that guy.
He's not.
No, he is.
He's not.
He is the best player of our generation.
Pocket.
Who's the best striker of our generation?
Of our generation.
generation.
You're old, you know, and you.
Yeah,
R9.
how old are you? 28. You're
R9.
28 as well. No,
Thierry
R9
is not better than R9,
Hold on. R9 was not our generation. No, he wasn't. He
was though.
No, hold on, wait. Let me
R9
try
was.
and like flip it back around. Yeah, he was. I wouldn't say before our time, but when we started watching football, to the point we understood it. Like,
I know. I get what you're saying.
That was Thierry Henry and them, man. Yeah, because
You're saying our
that was 10 years old.
Football was on TV.
Yeah, that was 10 years old coming into teenage. Like Henry killing it. Like R9, not a lot of men, even men our age can't speak for R9 because they never had access to seeing what he was doing. No. Because do you get what I'm saying? No.
I can't really chat to you right now.
I'm saying I'm going on really like my teenage years, you know, like when I was under.
So you're saying, wait.
I'm having R9 and
this team's
TT
all
up
over the
front.
place right now.
Yeah, it is all over the place. I wanted R9 and TT. Do you know who would miss out? Who he wants to put in? Messi. That's who would miss out in my team. That's who. That's why I'd go 4-4-2, and like Messi won't make my team.
I can leave Messi out, so we put in Ronaldinho on the right.
We can put Ronaldo. I'm saying that TT has to be up top. How can he not be up top with R9?
I'll let you have that one, but that is
no. But are you doing? Oh, that's why you want two up top.
Yeah, I need two strikers.
That is Arsenal biased.
That's not Arsenal biased, bro. Come on, man.
He's a cheat. He handballed it, not violent. Anyway, Ronaldinho has to be there.
Has to be there.
CR7 needs to be there. R9 has to be there.
So wait, wow. So we got what formation? We're going 4 at the back, sorted. Yeah?
We're going 4-4-2.
We're going CR7, Ronaldinho. Who's the two in the middle?
I know who I'm saying.
I know who you want. I know who
you know I want Gerrard.
I know one Gerrard.
You know I want Gerrard.
But he's not better than Pogba, though. He's not better than Pogba.
What?
But he's not better than Pogba.
Nah, allow it.
Yeah.
He's not though. Like, let's be honest.
What?
Nah, he's not better than Pogba.
You don't think he's better than Pogba?
No, he's not.
He does it all on a much more consistent basis.
He's consistently.
He's not even better than
as
Yaya.
good as he is good. Nah, he's not better than Yaya. No way.
Allow it.
He isn't. My man just goes Arsenal bias, yeah, because Thierry Henry's Arsenal bias. You trying to put Gerrard in the elite of midfielders, yeah, is Liverpool bias at its finest. No, I'm not. Listen, no disrespect to Gerrard. He is levels, but bro, there is man that is above him.
And
There is man that is above him. How can you put Steven Gerrard over Yaya Toure? How? That don't make no sense.
You can't do that one.
You can't do
I
that.
can see why you put Steven. Pogba is better than Gerrard, but
He's not.
Gerrard did it on a more consistent.
Oh yeah, he's a leader. He was a winner.
Yeah.
There's no point.
He was a great
player.
player.
Go on for years about talking about.
Alright, so
people
go on,
that are better.
Gerrard. Use Gerrard and. If you say
You could
Zizou,
say
I want Zizou
you could
in
say
there.
Robinho is better than Ronaldinho at tricks and doing this, but
He's not though.
Alright, guys,
That was a bad.
let's get this team done.
Yeah, go on.
Let's get this team
Go on,
done. So wait,
Zidane has to be in
one
there.
simple rule. What formation are we doing?
4-4-2.
4-4-2. So
Zidane's in there.
left Ronaldo, right
Dino.
Ronaldinho.
No,
Centre
we
mid.
put Dino on the left, Ronaldo on the right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Centre mid.
Zizou.
Zidane
We
has
can
to
agree
be
on
there. Easy.
Honestly,
You haven't put no feeders out, so
I'm about to say,
don't
I
say
cannot
Pogba, please. He's not staying.
put Gerrard over Yaya Toure. How?
Can you put Gerrard over Vieira?
Yeah.
What?
Hold on, wait.
You know what?
The only reason why, no.
Canceling this show, bro.
The only reason why, no, listen. Vieira's my guy, yeah. Vieira's my guy. I had a couple pairs of his boots, but thing with Gerrard, Vieira was never made man. Not saying that doesn't make him not better, but like Vieira never carried teams the way Gerrard did. It was all the onus was all on him. Vieira played in better squads. He did.
I don't care if he played in better squads.
Did Vieira didn't score as much goals as Gerrard though?
So Lampard scored however many goals.
No, but
You
they were
never
similar players though. Vieira was a clamp man that drove forward. Yeah, Gerrard, he was a clamp man that drove forward, who ended up playing in a 10, but he was a 4, like Patrick.
I'm getting stressed.
Bro,
Lampard's always been a 10, like 8, 10 in between.
Bro, who's your other centre mid? Because I'm from.
Do you know what? Furthermore, I don't even have Lampard over Gerrard. That's how bad it is. So like, so
in this conversation,
so
Gerrard
Zizou's
is
in
there.
there.
The only person I would put over Gerrard is Scholes.
Fair enough.
Scholes is good. Can't put him over Yaya though.
Alright, listen, we need a centre
Yeah,
mid.
we do need.
You can call it. Everyone knows.
Look, he's happy. Look, he's happy. But I know what's
We're gonna
coming.
put Gerrard in there.
Nah, this is basically.
I'll let you have that. You gave me TT. I'll let you have the centre mid. So.
Alright, cool, yeah, Gerrard.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave him in there. Still, he needs to
So up top, TT and
R9.
R9. So let me just quickly do this. In goal, Buffon.
Yeah.
Left back, Ashley Cole.
Yep.
Right back, Cafu.
No, Danny
Alves.
Alves.
Oh, Danny Alves. Centre back Rio
And Maldini.
and Maldini. Left mid Ronaldinho. Right mid CR7. Centre mid Zidane and Gerrard. Up top Henry and R9.
Yeah.
Got there in the end.
Gerrard, that sounds so horrible with me today, though. Don't sound
It
right.
does.
Don't
It's
sound
just-
right.
it's just-
No,
it's just
I
stink-
was
it's just
listening to
stinking
that
up the
team, I was
place.
like,
Nah,
Gerrard.
Gerrard is stinking up the place, mate.
Oh, bro. You know when you're trying to picture them on the pitch together? He made it. He's in.
Cool. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, love,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Hope
Thanks
you
for
lot have
having us.
enjoyed. Yeah, so guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, and keep the feedback coming. Let us know what you think about these two guys. You know, give us all the bad comments. And, but yeah, no, I'm joking. Yeah, guys, until next time, we're out.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
up,
nice
all
one,
out.
man. Big up.
Don't go anywhere. Let's do all this stuff.